Did you ever ask yourself which is the most used weapon at New State Mobile? Well, here we go. In the last talk show, the developers have shown the recent weapon utilization for Battle Royale, and we want to talk about it. If you're curious about the current weapon meta and which gun is used the most, you should definitely stay tuned and watch this video until the end. Thank you everybody for being here again, really appreciate it. If someone else is new, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for free to my channel. There we go, the recent weapon utilization. If you look at it, this shows the utilization for the last month in Battle Royale. So the AK Alpha is already part of it, and it made it to the third position, which is really nice. On the first position we can see the M416, which is really crazy for me, as this gun by far has not the highest damage under the ARs, but we will look at it in a second. Second position for the barrel, followed by Alpha, AKM, Skyle and MCX. That means 6 ARs on the first 6 positions, and there is a good reason for that. We can see a lot of players using an SMG and an AR. So SMG for the close and up to a little bit mid-range, and the AR for the longer distance with a 6x scope. Further players are using the AR as the main gun for the close, mid and sometimes the longer range, and as a secondary a sniper rifle or a DMR. And this explains, because ARs part in both of these weapon setups, why the ARs on the first 6 positions. The first DMR is the SLR, followed then by the Mini. A lot of places down below. This is quite interesting. So SLR is still a good gun to use. The first SMG is the Tommy gun, and it has quite a good damage, and we will look at it into a second as well. Tommy gun seems to be the best practice used SMG, as it is really far on top comparing it to the others. P90, an airdrop gun, can't be used that often in Battle Royale. That's why it is not on the best position. Same counts for AWM and the other airdrop guns. So don't be confused why they are not showing up on the best position. Crozer, for example, as well. It's a really good gun, but you can't access it in every game, or every player can access it like just the weapon that you can find on the ground. That's why the airdrop guns are most likely better to use, but not showing on the best positions. Really another thing, or really interesting further thing, is the M24 dropping down a little bit even more as the best sniper rifle compared to the best DMR. So that shows the feeling I had already quite often, that DMRs are more used than sniper rifles. For my personal usage, I prefer the single bolt sniper rifles, but I totally understand why a lot of guys are using the DMRs, because their damage, one headshot, one body shot, most likely you're dead. The sniper rifle, you need to reload if you don't hit the head. You need to take multiple shots anyway. So that explains why it is like that. M110A1 on the second last position, which I really don't understand. This is not an airdrop gun, and for my personal feeling, this gun was really good. Maybe this is due to the latest changes. Coming to the next picture, which shows the customized total counting. So for each gun there are different customizations, and this graph is showing which one was used more. And then the M416 we have nearly the 50-50 in between laser sight and the long barrel. Long barrel is the damage increase. So not everybody is relying on the damage increase, which is really interesting to see and nice. And we will have a look in a second at the damage. And M416 already has quite low damage, but they don't care, the guys the most, using the other customization, which I can understand because it is so reliable comparing the recoil to the other guns. Barrel on the second position, again 50-50, in between more damage and the lightweight stock. AK Alpha with only one customization, no choice which one you can use, same counts there for the AKM. Skyle, lower amount of people going for the 7.62mm barrel, while I prefer that. Most are going for the enhanced magazine, and I can understand why, because with more bullets you have a higher chance in a 1 versus 4 situation, and that should be the one why they are choosing the amount of ammunition over the 7mm damage, because the recoil is not increasing that much. SKS, enhanced cheek pad, laser shot there for the micro. See, this is really interesting to see. And funny things, for example, the SLR nobody using, or at least only a few are using the 5.56mm barrel. So nobody wants to play the SLR with a 5mm customization. If we now compared it to the damage for the ARs, it's just an example and I will show the SMGs in a second. We can see the M416 with 35 damage as a base damage. That is the lowest under all the ARs, and still it is the most played AR. This is, boom, this is just mind-blowing, but we can understand it. Why? Because the damage is only a half of the truth. We have the recoil and the weapon behavior as well as reload speeds, and because of this recoil and weapon behavior, everybody is playing the M416. And I think one point we need to agree on: if you look to PUBG Mobile, M416 is such a beast of a gun, and most of the guys are using that there as well. And as they're used to use the M416 at this game, they say, hey, M416 needs to be good here as well, let's use it. And it is really a good gun. The most damage, or the highest base damage, for sure has the AK Alpha with the customization. That's why we can see this on the top 3, because the damage speaks for itself. 48 compared to 35, that is so much more. And well, the other 7mm ARs are really good there as well. Barrel, AK, we could see them there as well. And this is really interesting to compare to the current weapon meta. If we look at the SMGs, we can find the highest damage there for the Tommy Gun C1 customization. Tommy Gun C1 customization, it's the only customization it got, increasing the damage, and that is by far the highest damage. And if you look at the Vector with 28, that is the lowest damage, and this could cause why the Vector is on the 4th last position on the shown graph for the weapon utilization. So this was now quite an overview of the weapon meta at New State Mobile. Now it's your turn, guys. Which weapons are you using the most and which combinations you're preferring over others? So please let me know that down below in the comment section, as I think this is a really interesting thematic. And what do you think, guys? Should I do a weapon tier list in the future? Yes, the outcome should be M416 the best, but I don't think so. In my opinion, there are better guns to use. You just need to practice them to control the higher recoil. Let's give it a try. We may do that in the future. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully you have enjoyed it, and we will see us again pretty soon. Thank you guys, and bye bye.